Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Anisa Nurfadillah and I come from Extensive Reading G class or Translation G class. So now I'd like to present my reading report about formal article or news article. So this is the identity of the first formal article or news article. The title is Education in Time of a Pandemic, What Students and Teachers Are in for this Coming School Year. And then the written of this news article by A.C. Nichols by CNN Philippines and published on June 11, 2020. So this is the summary of the first formal article or news article. What is this news talking about? This news is talking about education in time of a pandemic and what students and teachers are in for this coming school year. How is education done in a pandemic like this? The Department of Education will implement distance or remote learning. This method delivers lessons through various ways, including online, television, radio, and printed materials. Colleges and universities are also shifting to distance learning, affecting over 3 million higher education students. When will this online learning be completed and when will face-to-face learning take place? As stated by Education Secretary Leonard Brianna said on May 28 that there will be no face-to-face classes and sessions until we are assured of the safety of our children and teachers. Next is, why are some parents worried about this online learning? Because for some parents, distance learning seems impractical as it could mean spending more time and money on their children's education. They worry about online requirements and having to pay for internet regularly, as Sari store owner Rowena Matsu is one of them. She has 2 sons in high school. Next is about who gets the benefits from this online learning. As stated by high school teacher Shirley Bunrostro tells CNN Philippines, says that the teachers are not fully prepared for this change, but as a teacher, we have to adapt so we can take the conclusion that whether or not distance learning will be effective, even officials cannot say for certain, but they insist on trying to make it work rather than do nothing. Next, this is the identity of the second formal article or news article. The title is COVID-19 has scared the global economy, but it's not too late to change course. Written by Joseph Stiglitz for CNN Business Perspective and published on September 6, 2020. And this is the summary of the second formal article or news article. What is this news talking about? This news is talking about COVID-19 that has scared the global economy, but it's not too late to change course. And how to manage our strategic in economic during COVID-19. When a comprehensive rewriting of the rules of the economy, for instance, we need monetary policies that focus more on ensuring full employment of all groups and not just on inflation, bankruptcy, laws that are better balanced, replacing those that become too creditor-friendly and provided too little accountability for bankers who engage in predatory lending, and corporate governance law that recognize the importance of all stakeholders, not just shareholders. The rules governing globalization must do more than just serve corporate interests. Workers and the environment have to be protected. Labor legislation needs to do a better job of protecting workers and providing greater scope for collective action. But in my opinion, this news is good, but in the content there are not provide some 5W and 1H, so the sentence is not coherent. Next, this is the identity of the formal article or news article. The title is COVID Sydney City Centre and Bondi Beach to enter lockdown. Written by BBC News Team and published on June 26, 2021. And this is the summary of the formal article or news article. What is this news talking about? This news is talking about COVID-19 that occurs in Sydney City Centre and Bondi Beach to enter lockdown. And how COVID-19 spread in Australia. More than 1 million people in Sydney, central and eastern suburbs, including Bondi Beach, will be locked down after a jump in COVID cases. The Australian city is betting to contain an outbreak of the highly infectious Delta variant. Officials reported 17 new cases on Friday, taking the cluster to 65 cases. When it's the biggest lockdown in Australia, it is the first lockdown in Australia's largest city since December. The country has consistently maintained very low rates of COVID transmission. Who should stay at home? As stated to this news that from Saturday, residents as well as people who work in the affected areas will have to stay at home except for essential reasons. The lockdown will be enforced until 2 July. And then, where to lockdown? Since November, more than 8 lockdowns have occurred in various state capitals across Australia, including Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and Adelaide, due to leaks from quarantine hotels. What's the solution when the quarantine break? Government critics, including political opposition, have argued that cities would not need to endure lockdowns again if a majority of the population was vaccinated. So that's all for my presentation. Thanks for your nice attention. I'm sorry if I make some mistake in my pronunciation or my explanation. The last essay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.